Okay, I want to talk to you about Kenny versus Penny. Again, if you have a kid in the room and you don't have them leave, don't write me an email. Raise your own children, all right? I'm warning. I don't know if you know Kenny versus Penny. It is one of my favorite shows on television. Basically, it's Kenny versus Penny, two best friends, and they pick a competition, and they see who's the best at something, who's the best this, who is the best that, and they keep score throughout the season. It's essentially the ultimate competitive show. But it's not like half-assed. You know, at one episode, Kenny convinced Penny that he had AIDS, all right? Like, that's how far they'll take it. Just the other week, I almost barfed in my living room. I was laughing so hard. Kenny wanted to beat Penny in a marathon, and he convinced him that his mother died. And he had his mother wrapped up in a sheet and played dead on TV. So now you know what these people are like. I like the show. That doesn't mean you have to. But Kenny hooked up with Hillary Doyle from The Hour to give us the best story ever.
All right, George Snuffleupagus, I dare you to air this. I moved to LA with Spenny in 1999, and I was living in Venice Beach at like Rose and Lincoln. And right next to my place, I'm a major coffee drinker for people that watch the show and know that. So I go to Ralph's, which is like Loblaws, and I go at 2 in the morning because I didn't have milk for my coffee. I'm just walking up the aisle to the dairy case, and I see this girl, and she stops. And she stops at like the basmati rice. And it's like, okay, come on, it's 2 a.m. She's buying a sack of basmati rice. So I stop, and I'm like at the you know, dried mushroom section. 2 minutes later, I am making out with her at like, the processed cheese case. Making out with this girl that I had just met. I go to her house, she throws me on the bed, and I'm just sitting there, and I have never met this girl. All I know is she's really cute, and she's kissing me. I'm sitting on her bed, she goes out. She comes back, she puts a saucer on the floor. I swear to God, on my family name, this is totally true. And she goes out, she comes back, she pours milk in the saucer, and she goes out and she comes back and she's got a little kitty cat ears and a costume, and she sits next to the saucer and she starts lapping up the milk, and she starts going meow 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 meow, and she's what's called a Hollywood pet. And she was a kitten, and her previous owner abandoned her, and she was looking for a new master. There she is, like half naked in front of me, licking friggin' cream out of a saucer, wanting me to make like boom boom with her. And it was honestly, I grabbed my stuff and I got the hell out of there. No, I her first, but then I'll tell you, on the way home after that experience, I think it was something like this. I think it's the first time I ever did the Charleston.
I called him and said, "Is that true?" And he's like, "It's true." And so I don't know, Kenny, why you let us run that, but there you go. Kenny Hotz's best story ever from Kenny versus Penny.